The Farm Flowers and Allied Product Initiative organized one-day training program to sensitize and empower women on the benefits and techniques of backyard farming. The event took place at the National Council for Women's Societies headquarters in Abuja. Participants received hands-on training on how to grow crops in their backyard with minimal stress and how to produce organic fertilizers using affordable, local available materials. The training aimed to promote safe, chemical-free food production and improve women's health by reducing their exposure to harmful substances in conventional grow foods. According to the FFAP, the primary goal of the initiative is to see women live free from diseases caused by unknown agricultural chemical and help them achieve food security and financial independence. As part of the program, free grains were distributed to all attendees to enable them to immediately begin practicing what they learned. The training was held at a time intervention to ease economic hardship and empower women with sustainable income generation skill. Many participants testified to the value of the training, describing it as enlightening and life-changing. The president of the FFAP commended the women for their active participation and assured them that the more impactful initiatives are in the pipeline.
So many houses are suffering, and there are things we can actually use our hands to do that we don't need to look for money for. If you want to turn your backyard to a farm where you can just pick up your okra, pick up your tomato, your pepper is available, the green leaf is there for you. You don't need to go to market. So I feel the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria did the same thing on Renew Hope agenda. And I feel it's timely that we should help her break it down to the grassroots. Going down to the grassroots is like helping the common person to remember that these are things we grow up knowing. Our parents will ask us to go back and fetch all these vegetables, which are fresh vegetables. But today, mostly it's market. You go, you don't even know how it's been done, how it's been harvested, what chemical did they use. A lot of sicknesses all over. That was the drive for bringing this on board, so that it will also help women when it comes to health in your house. When you have your farm behind your house, you know your house is healthy. But when you go outside to buy, you don't know what chemical you are buying, but you know what you have in your house.
This backyard farming will bring a great impact to the women and to the society as whole, because this will put food on the table of each family, healthy meals, and it will also promote economic development, as in some of the products can even be sold in the market, and it will enable the women to be economically fit.
I am always proud to tell the world I am a farmer. It is an hobby I started with, and it's an hobby that has taken me to a greater height. And it is one of the things I normally tell my women, even in my meeting, that farming should be your second thought. Now that even the government of Nigeria is encouraging women to farm at the backyard.
As a student of botany and being here today, it's made me to realize more the importance of growing things in the backyard. Because now when we look at it, what he said in the beginning was the damages that what we are buying outside is causing to our health. Now, one basic way to curb that and stop it from entirely happening to us is this backyard farming. When we plant things that we eat, it boosts our health, because I believe what we eat represents how we live.
I feel like agric or farming as a whole is very good. One, for stress relief, fresh produce, and food security. If you are farming at your backyard, probably you have yam or vegetables, it helps you at least from stress and food security to growing food. So, it will reduce hunger and also it helps the economy too. And fresh produce, you have to get good quality of whatever because you're the one doing it.
I learned about 2 or 3 things. One, how to make use of any space within my backyard. And then secondly, how to produce organic fertilizer. And then thirdly, how to also produce organic pesticide. So for me, the training is very important because I'm a cancer survivor and I did natural. In as much as I still go to the hospital, but my intake, my food, my juice, my vegetables, I did organic. And so coming here for this training again to hear the facilitator talk of how to produce these things, it makes it very easy for me because anything I use in my kitchen, the waste of my vegetable, I put them back in my garden. So I didn't even know that I was doing the right thing, but in this training I've been able to be taught how to do it properly and more effectively.
I farm maize, yam, beans, but my yam is dying. But as I come for this training, so I ask questions. So they have taught me. I learn a lot today.
I've learned about backyard farming and how I can sustain my family and how I can plant my vegetables and other crops without chemical. With the type of sickness in our society today, we need to really avoid chemical spraying in our vegetables. With what I've learned, I have the neem leaf around me, but I don't know the usefulness. This lecture has made me to really understand the efficacy of neem leaf, what I can do with it, and produce my organic vegetable and get food, proper food on my table that is not induced with chemical.
We have learned how to grow many types of crops. We have learned the types of soil and the season that we can plant its seeds. And so we've also learned how to prevent or treat infection that would have killed the plant.
A lot of us have theoretical knowledge. Even for some of us that have been practicing, either because of backgrounds and what have you, what we have learned today is actually quite different. We were able to get more enlightened by a professional and so many missing links that we didn't know before we learned it. And of course, it's also an opportunity to scale up from subsistence farming to commercialization. I think that is just key for me.
We know that food is a challenge in the nation and the cost of food is very astronomical. So this is a strategy to ensure that there's food security as well as nutritional security. And I feel the knowledge that women acquired from this program will help them to support their husband and their household in providing food, which is the subject matter being discussed nationwide. It will also add to their revenue base because whenever the farm is done and food is produced, the one you cannot consume, you can also sell. So women can step up from ordinary just producing for homestay toward commercialization to generate revenue and income for their families.
The tomato I just shared today, the good one, the sachet of it, which is called UTC, it's like 9,000. Which woman will be able to buy that? I can buy it, but how many people will afford it? That was why I was able to get some of these seedlings to share for these women, to be able to support them. And we are being taught on how we can now make our fertilizer that we don't need to buy. So within the things that you use in your kitchen, you can still make your fertilizer. So it makes life easy. What we need the government to help with is the seedlings, if government can support.
And I feel that this program should be done from time to time because this is awareness creation. and working with institutions of the government and private institutions should step up the game, because if everybody is producing, it means there will be food for everybody, and that will help to achieve food security in the shortest possible time. Home garden or backyard garden strategy to food security is the direction. It's an innovation which has to be promoted by all.
African Woman Television is right here in the headquarters of the National Council for Women's Society, where we came to cover a very exceptional event on the sensitization of women on backyard farming. And that was a very wonderful one, quite educative and informative. Backyard farming, of course, will help income generation, of course, will help economic empowerment, environmental sustainability, and ability for families to have healthy crops and healthy food. This is African Woman TV. My name is Eukaria Nkem Okafor.